Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rochester RazorSharks broadcast network. Tariq Spence, John Boone, what you hear today? It doesn't get any better than this. It's a decisive Game 3 in the Premier Basketball League Finals. Rochester, Kentucky. Kentucky, Rochester. When we last left you, Game 2, Jerice Crouch in overtime with the biggest bucket of the year for the RazorSharks.
They needed it, and they got it, and they're here for Game 3, and I can't wait because these two teams deserve to play a Game 3 the way they played the first two games. Both games are really close. I expect this one to be close. It's going to be a fun one.
Well, I have to ask, Coach, Kentucky and Rochester both had chances to close out the game, only to have it tied at the end of regulation and then tied close to the end of the overtime before Jerice Crouch had that game winner. Now, what do you say? Kentucky was literally 2 minutes away from winning the championship. How do they refocus and come back here in Game 3?
You just come out and play your game. You're not going to do anything different. You might make some small adjustments for some of the things you saw. I don't expect them to play Corey and Jerice the way they played them last game. You're going to make some small adjustments, but you got to go out and play your game and hope that that's going to be good enough to win tonight.
Speaking of Corey and Jerice, they combined for over 70 points in that backcourt. It's probably the best game they've had together. How do you duplicate that? What do you do for an encore?
I hope it is an encore. But what you hope for is you have some other guys step up. You can't expect them to score 76 points again. If they do, great, but you can't expect it. You got to hope somebody else steps up because Kentucky doesn't want them scoring 76 again either.
We'll see what happens. Tip-off here at the Blue Cross Arena should be a packed house. Game 3, somebody's going to win the Premier Basketball League Championship tonight. Find out who it is with us next here on the Rochester RazorSharks broadcast network. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rochester RazorSharks broadcast network. It is Game 3, the decisive game for the Premier Basketball League Championship. Really, has the ref hit the deck, and he's not getting up. Oh, wow. He's down. And everybody's leaving the court right now. We'll find out exactly what's going on. He is being attended to. We're told the ref got elbowed in the head. He's getting up to his feet now, and I don't know if listen, that's a head shot. We have concussion protocol for players. Do we have it for us?
I don't know.
I feel as if you need to. They're checking on him now just to make sure that he's okay.
I've been around basketball a long time. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure what to make of it at first.
Well, they're going after the loose ball, and he's the one that threw it up, so he's trying to get out of the way.
And he tripped backwards and caught the elbow with it on the way down. All right, so back to live action in the decisive Game 3 between Rochester and Kentucky. Ref's okay, so back to play we go. No score, just underway here. Really, hook shot, can't get it over. Simpson with the rebound. Back the other way. Hagan cross midcourt for Kentucky. Off the dribble, Crouch staying with him. Now, of course, now he's got the nickname Mr. Crunch Time, so I'm jumping between Crouch and Crunch.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what type of adjustments each team make. And I would think some of them are going to be on the defensive end, definitely, to try to slow down Corey and Jerice if you're Kentucky. And if you're Rochester, Mr. Waddle there, who had 27 and 13 last game, is one that I think Rochester's going to be keying on.
As Melvin Council gliding in, usually able to have his way driving towards the hole. Simpson there to meet him and block it out of bounds. It will still remain Rochester basketball. No score here.
Well, that's one thing we've seen. Kentucky usually likes to go zone out of bounds, and they've stayed man-to-man there. Probably, again, to be able to stay with Allman and Crouch.
Crouch jumper no good. Still no score. Hagan to Johnson, who's in the starting lineup tonight for Kentucky. That's the only change from the starting 5 from game 2 to game 3 here. Simpson, Johnson, floater in. So Josh Johnson scores the first 2 points of the game as Kentucky takes a 2-0 lead.
And if you're Kentucky, you like it. Your first shot's right near the basket and able to convert.
Council being guarded by Simpson. Tries to fake him out, can't do it. Crouch for 3. That's no good. Back of the iron, tipped around, picked up by Hagan. Off to the races to Johnson, and he finishes. So Josh Johnson has 4 points already. Council for 3. Gets it to go. So Melvin Council from outside.
Well, you like the pace. Like you said last game, both teams like to score. Kentucky scores 113. They led the league in scoring, and Rochester scores 110. So both teams like a fast pace, but I still think it's going to come down to who plays the better defense is going to win the game.
Waddle front rim doesn't go down. Kentucky still with a 4-2 lead, a 4-3 lead. Allman around the corner. Can't get that to go. Rebounded by Waddle. Back out Kentucky. Hagan thought about a touchdown pass there. Crawford not covered, but then quickly realizing the mismatch on defense, covered by Council. Meanwhile, Nick Waddle on the other end with the floater.
And Kentucky picking up full court. It was effective in the second half of last game when they kind of went full court, especially in the fourth quarter. So not surprised to kind of see that early here to see if how Rochester's going to react to it.
Johnson with the foul there as Jerice Crouch gets bumped. You can see early on they want to make sure somebody is near Jerice Crouch and or Corey Allman.
Yeah, you saw it on the last play. They chased the screen to try to make sure, and they didn't chase that one. Well, Corey didn't make them pay, though.
That's no good. Hagan, stop, pop 3. That's no good. Back rebound, tipped away as McGill tips it out of bounds. So Kentucky out early. 6-3 the lead. Just under 9 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Crawford to inbounds for the Mavericks. Hagan, baseline, gives it back out. Simpson covered by Council. Johnson again. That's no good. Raley with the rebound. And back up the court. Melvin Council. Spinning. Blocked by Crawford on the other end. Kentucky. Hagan, back to Johnson, in for 2.
Johnson rewarding his coach here with a fast start. He's got 6 points already.
6 of the 8 for Kentucky thus far.
We both said before the game, we weren't really surprised when we heard he was in the starting lineup for how well he played the other night.
As Corey Allman tried to lead Council, and Council couldn't get to it, goes out of bounds, another turnover.
That was actually the right read. Melvin just wasn't expecting it, and he even acknowledged Corey afterwards that that was his bad, not expecting the pass. He was open. Johnson
knocked away, picked up by Waddle. Working, and a foul called before McGill took the charge.
Well, illegal defense on Jordan. Yeah.
And so that'll be Nick Waddell at the free throw line.
Who didn't miss the other day, by the way.
Right back at it again. You were determined to make a jinx work. I don't know how you're able to.
Only for them. Only for them.
This is true. You only bring it up on the air for the opposing teams.
Well, I did bring it up last game for Corey.
He never let you down, though.
No. He did. Yeah. He did.
He made every single one of them.
Yeah.
Crawford, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound. Offensive rebound, no. Defensive rebound. Led out to Ullman, thought about it. Scoop layup, fouled hard, hits the deck.
Well, and you're seeing they are going to run at him anywhere near the three-point line, and Corey's doing a good job of recognizing that and attacking the basket. And that time he was able to pick up the foul and get to the free throw line.
So Corey Ullman at the free throw line here. And he's had a great series thus far. I don't want to say good series. He's had a great series.
Well, he's now made 16 straight free throws. He's got 9 threes, 52 points. Yeah, I would say he's doing pretty well. And he's had 11 rebounds to kick in, too.
Second free throw by Ullman is good, so he stays perfect from the line.
And Rochester picking up full court, too.
Crawford with it. Oh, Johnson.
Rayleigh did a great job there because Waddle was open. Johnson saw him, but then Jordan stepped in there, and by the time Johnson realized where Jordan was, he couldn't make the pass and traveled.
Crouch with it, over to Ullman, right wing, deep in the corner for McGill. Back out to Rayleigh as they work it around Council. Everybody touching the basketball. Crouch, pull-up jumper. That's good off the bank.
Well, and I don't think that's what Kentucky wants to do. I don't think they want people going under screens or in the post not hedging screens, because you allow Corey and Jerice to turn the corner and they're going to get open looks like that.
Over to the corner. Baseline cut off there. Hagan back over to Crawford for three. Good. Ooh. What a rainbow arcing three by Crawford.
Tough shot because McGill was right there with a great contest.
5-point lead for the Mavericks. Still 6.5, a little bit more left than that in the first quarter. They're working the ball, and Crouch, right place.
He missed him, and he was still open by the time he passed it to him, because he was open as soon as he made the cut, and Jordan didn't see him right away. And by the time he saw him, he was still open. That's how wide open he was.
Waddell off glass and in for two. Nick Waddell is a problem in the paint.
He's so big and strong. He's got great feet. He can get himself to the basket. He's a tough draw.
Council for three, rims out, no good. 6 minutes left to go first quarter. Kentucky with a 5-point lead. Simpson, baseline jumper is good. Stan Simpson.
Well, Kentucky's not too upset about the game the other night. They're coming out here and shooting it with a lot of confidence early.
Crouch, stolen away there. Hagan, 2-on-1. Alley-oop finish by Johnson. Josh Johnson so far has been the man for Kentucky.
And again, he played well in the fourth quarter the other night, and they've rewarded him with a start, and he's definitely living up to it.
Well, it's a foul there as Rayleigh had an easy one, but he was hit on the arm. I'm not sure if Hagan got that foul, but we'll find out coming up in a matter of moments. 5:17 left to go here in the first quarter of Game 3 of the Premier Basketball League Finals. 9-point lead for Kentucky, 18-9. We'll be back with more of the first quarter coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
To purchase your 50-50 raffle tickets. Half of tonight's 50-50 raffle will go towards the Hugs Project. Also, be sure to sign up and participate in the 45-second shot contest taking place during the fourth quarter. The contest will be announced during halftime. The next time you need professionally printed materials to promote your business, look to Panther Graphics for peace of mind. Panther Graphics, team of experts will make your vision become reality. Visit PantherGraphics.net to learn more about the products they can provide for you. With Panther Graphics, the proof is in the print. Cause you don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap.
Welcome back here live at the Blue Cross Arena. 5:17 left to go here in this first quarter. 18-9 lead Kentucky here in Game 3. This is the finals, folks, of the Premier Basketball League Championship. Somebody's hoisting a trophy tonight, Coach.
Yes, they are. And, you know, if you're Kentucky, you like the start you have. They've come out. They've attacked the basket. You know, made one change in your starting lineup, and he scores 8 of their first 18 points. Johnson did. And, you know, if you're Rochester, you know, you take the punch and you got to come back and just keep playing your game and start making some shots. I mean, they've had some good looks and just had some shots go in and out. You just got to hope that they start falling, and, you know, you got to play a little bit better defense at the other end. But
as Willie makes the first free throw, Anthony Jackson and Gerald Devon into the game now for Kentucky. Both played extremely well in Game 2. Devon was very tough in that paint.
Yeah,
Game 2.
He had 15 points last game after scoring only 1 in the game in Kentucky.
Crawford, triple team. Mazzola in the corner, dribbles it out, stops and pops.
Somebody made a mistake there. You can't. Somebody went under a screen or didn't switch, because you can't leave him open. He's their best shooter.
9-point lead for the RazorSharks. Crouch jumper, can't get it to go. Tipped away. Waddle saves it. Mazzola feeling it, making it. 2 in a row for Ben Mazzola. 11-point lead for Kentucky.
I wonder if he's telling his coach he should have started me too. He started last game, and now he's come off the bench and hit his first 2 jump shots.
Hey, listen, it's a chance to sort of say, hey, I can make it all right with a win tonight. Oh, Jarice hit the deck. He's holding that knee. As play continues on the other end, now there's a foul call, but Jarice is slow to get up.
He landed kind of awkwardly.
And he grabbed his knee.
See your watch, kind of lands awkwardly. Hopefully, he just jarred it a little bit and he can come back. He's got a lot of attention.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is many people over there for him as the ref hit the deck to start the game. Jarice about to get helped up in a minute, it looks like.
Sometimes you do that too. Like, you feel something or you hear something, it kind of scares you, and then once you kind of calm down a little bit, you realize it's not as bad. Hopefully that's the situation for Jarice. You'd hate to lose him for this game, especially with the way he played last game.
Well, you know, it's an extension of the coach. You know, that point guard position is extremely important.
Not only that, but just all of his experience playing in, you know, these types of games. He's got a ton of minutes in these type of situations. Nothing's going to faze him because he's seen it all.
And so John Ivey will get into the game now for Rochester. And between Ivy Council and Allman, there's a lot of offense out on the court right now. The experience of Council and Allman. Now, listen, you know, Ivy has not had a lot of experience, but played a lot this season for the RazorSharks, so he's got a lot of experience this year. And you know what? He's a good player.
No,
you know?
John is a good player. He hasn't been in these kind of situations, but it's good that he's got the veterans out there in Corey and Melvin to kind of help him. He hasn't played great in the first 2 games, but we've seen what he can do definitely during the season. I mean, he led the league in 3-point shooting. You know, that could be a big key for him if he can hit his first 3 tonight. I think it would really help his confidence.
Right now, the RazorSharks see themselves in trouble, down by 12 points, and trying to figure out how to run this offense, get back into this game. So you lose Jarice Crouch for an undisclosed injury, and you got to dig out of a 12-point deficit. Ivy, Mazzola all over him, drives, blocked, taken away by Devon, out to Jackson, over to Christian, blocked there by McGill.
Great hustle by the Shark.
Back the other way comes Council. Cross court, Ullman spins away for three. That's no good. Rebounded Rayleigh. Putback is good.
Well, they needed that putback.
Mazzola no good. Rebounded the other way, RazorSharks. Rayleigh comes away with it. Ullman with it. Council for three. Bang! And what was and a 12-point deficit has now been cut down to 7.
Well, that's Corey's influence right there. They were so concerned about leaving him alone in the corner that they forgot all about Melvin, and he's not a bad three-point shooter himself.
3:19 left to go here in the first quarter. The Mavericks leading it 23-16, but the RazorSharks catching the momentum for the first quarter coming up next here on the Premier Basketball League Finals. Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 3:19 left to go here in the first quarter. Kentucky with a 23-16 lead over the RazorSharks in tonight's decisive Game 3 of the Premier Basketball League Finals. Christian to inbounds. Jackson met with Ullman. Slight pressure by the RazorSharks. Kentucky has been able to handle it.
And again, it's not always about getting the turnover, although they did get it there. Sometimes it's about just trying to slow Kentucky down and not let them get into that easy baskets that they like to get.
So Jarice Crouch, okay, and you and I were wondering about it. I saw him sort of moving around, stretching out along the side, and then come back to the bench. So he comes back in for John Ivey.
Again, you know, it's one of those things, you land, you feel something, and you just need to kind of relax for a second to realize that it's not as bad.
As Council says, hey, that's my fault. 3. So Sidney Holmes will come in, and McGill will take a seat.
Not surprised Waddell's back in the game here pretty quick.
Crawford has the ball stolen away. Council, Crawford trying to get back. Council able to finish. No one does a better job than extending that ball away from the defender than Melvin Council. He gets that ball away from the defender and up and in so easily.
Yeah, he makes it look easy too.
Jackson floater, can't get it to go. Holmes rebound, off to the races they go. As Ullman slows it up. Rochester has Rayleigh's threes, no good, front rim. Ullman saves it, but out to Devon. Back the other way, Jackson, as Council is able to kick it out of bounds as he was trying to get the ball to Wilford.
Yeah, it was good hustle by Corey, but just by the time he got possession of the ball, he was falling out of bounds and unfortunately saved it back into the wrong team.
5-point lead for Kentucky, 23-18. They've been in a little bit of drought here for the last few minutes. Trying to get that offense moving like it was earlier.
Well, and again, they started settling for jump shots and not getting to the basket like they were early in the game. Let's see if they try to do something a little bit different here.
Jackson to Crane. Down low, Devon working against Rayleigh. Devon measuring him up, baseline jumper. Hits the side of the backboard. Jackson's baseline jumper is good.
And that's just unfortunate. Played good defense for 23 seconds. Unfortunately, they had the ball the whole time, and you had to play it for 24.
Minute 30 left to go here, first quarter. Rochester with possession, but the Mavericks with the lead by 7. Allman off the dribble. Euro step. In. Back of the iron. No good. Council thought about a 3. Put it back down. Crouch. Down low, Rayleigh against Devon. Working him. Working him. Off glass it is.
Nice move. Kind of sized him up, felt where he was, spun the other way, and was able to get to the rim. Nice move by Jordan.
5-point lead for Kentucky with possession. Waddell spins, blocked, foul. Rayleigh can't believe it, has to walk away.
Well, my initial reaction is I kind of agree with Jordan, but man, because Waddell loves to create contact, and that's really not, we'll see here, if Jordan does bring his arms down. Ooh, that's all ball. It's unfortunate.
So that'll put Waddell at the line. Free throws here.
Man, you don't want to put on the line either. There we go.
First run.
He hasn't missed in a while, so.
This is the game. You don't want to miss any free throws. You don't want to make too many mistakes. And you also don't want to overthink.
Right, yeah. Yeah. They,
Council just said, I'm feeling it, Coach.
Yeah. They always are. I've never heard a guy say, "No, take me out. I don't got it."
Yeah,
no.
especially
shooters
in a championship game.
Yeah.
You know, shooters in a championship game.
Yeah.
This is what they live for.
Yeah.
Second free throw by Waddle is good. So 1 of 2 from the line. Extends the lead out to 6 for Kentucky. Under a minute left to play here in the first quarter.
And Kentucky's going to look to trap this, and Jerice did a great job of not letting them.
Down low, Coker turns around, working against Devon. Hook shot, no good. Rebound, Jackson out to the races. Jackson running with Coker. Off glass, can't get it to go. Tipped away. Corey Allman now with it. 2-on-1, stolen away. Wilford. Crane. Sloppy ball. See who capitalizes first. Waddle working against Holmes. Baseline, spinning, turning, off glass and in.
Boy, his footwork is just, he just finds a way to get to the basket. He's got great feet.
10 seconds left to go here. Shot clock turned off. 8-point lead for Kentucky. With Jerice Crouch the basketball. Drives in, floater, gets it to go. Jerice Crouch. And that's the way the first quarter will end. 6-point lead for Kentucky, 28-22. With Kentucky having a 6-point lead, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter coming up next here in the Premier Basketball League Finals. Rochester, Kentucky, here at the Blue Cross Arena.
Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back.
All right, fans, get up, make some noise. Who wants a t-shirt? Brought to you by Express Printing. Here comes the Razor Shark t-shirt.
Back in live at the Blue Cross Arena, 6-point lead for Kentucky. The Mavericks 22, the RazorSharks 22, the Mavericks 28. 28-22 the score. With the start of the second quarter coming up in a matter of moments, as Rochester will have out on the court Holmes, Coker, Helton, Council, and Jerice Crouch. It is Crane, Hagan, Waddle, Wilford, and Simpson out on the court for Kentucky.
But yet both teams shot it very well in the first quarter, and Kentucky starts the second quarter.
As Corey Wilford from downtown extends this lead out to foul there, 9. Chris Hagan will collect that foul. Trying to keep Jerice Crouch in their pocket as best as possible, not let him get comfortable.
Right, and he recognizes that too, and he looks to attack.
Jerice reverse layup is good.
I think his knee's fine.
That was an intense reverse layup too. That wasn't just a glide in. That was a lot of English on that ball.
Yeah, that was also a move that says, listen, my knee's fine. You better guard me.
Yeah. Everybody gets the rest tomorrow. Waddle. Backdoor. Simpson. Blocked, but they're going to say goaltending.
Yeah, Dele got caught watching the ball, and Simpson did a nice job of cutting back door.
Well, you said, Coach, a lot of people got to move without the basketball. When you learn how to move without the basketball, you can find yourself in a nice position to score.
Yeah, and Kentucky does a good job of that as a team, especially their bigs, because those guys are really good at finding each other.
Council for 3, that's no good. Tipped in the air, Simpson with it, and tipped out of bounds, and it will be Rochester basketball as Simpson lost that out of bounds. I thought Helton hit it out of bounds.
He's not arguing, so, and he's kind of looking at his hands.
Yeah, he said it's my fault.
Yeah.
He just waved his hands like, oh, that was me.
Yeah. So.
Oh, don't fight it, Coach. Crouch trying to inbound. Finds Coker. Back over to Crouch. Council. Down low, Coker. Turn around. Can't get it to go. Rebound at Crane. Back up the court comes Kentucky. 33-24. Mavericks with the lead. Crane with Helton on him.
And when they've done things going at the basket is when they've had their most success.
And Mike Crane says, you know what? I'll just take on 2 RazorSharks and score.
That's when they've been at their best, is going to the basket. When they started settling for jump shots, that's when Rochester was able to get back in this.
Crouch throws it over, trying to get it to Helton, and that was tipped out of bounds, so it remained Rochester basketball. Jerice will take a seat. Devereaux Biggs into the game for Rochester.
Struggled the first 2 games. Let's see if we can see the Devereaux Biggs we saw in the last few home games of the regular season when he, scored 27 against this team. Their last home game against them in the regular season.
Biggs back out. Jumper Council. Front rim no good. Tipped away. Saved by Council. Council through the pick. Euro step. Able to finish.
A good job that they got that offensive rebound, because Waddle took off and he was going to be getting a layup at the other end if Rochester didn't come up with that ball.
Wilford thought about a 3. Runs into 2 RazorSharks. Simpson cross court. Jackson in and out, no good. Rebound to Biggs. Back up the court from the RazorSharks. 9:40 left to go here in this first half. Devereaux Biggs up to the shot, does not go, but he is fouled. Close to a moving pick.
Close.
Very close for Coker, but they didn't call it. You can see here, he's still
actually, it's more the defender kind of grabbed him and spun him.
So Devereaux Biggs at the free throw line. 9-point lead for Kentucky. 9:35 left to go first half.
Well, you win games like this by making your free throws and getting defensive rebounds. And it's, they struggled at the free throw line the last game, but they're off to a better start here tonight.
Waddle will come out of the game. Christian in the game for Kentucky. And a second free throw by Biggs is good. Slight pressure again by the RazorSharks. One thing, it's baffled a lot of teams, but not Kentucky. They can handle that pressure off the inbounds very well. RazorSharks back off a little bit. Jackson measures for three. That's no good. Rebounded by Coker.
Yeah, they got lucky because Helton lost them. I think he was expecting to switch when the guards crisscrossed down there, and when they didn't switch, he was chasing Jackson.
Biggs, crane on him, driving, out, stolen away, picked up. Jackson off to the races. Council, can he get there? He can, but Jackson makes the adjustment in the air. It's always fun to see those.
Yeah, the little guy going against the big guy.
And being able to adjust in midair. As Biggs hits the deck, they tried to trap him right in that corner near midcourt.
Well, he wants an aggressive trap. It was just a little bit too aggressive there.
Kentucky with the lead, 37-28. We'll be back with more of the second quarter coming up next with 8:49 left to go here at the Blue Cross Arena for the first half. Tonight, somebody's hosting a trophy. It's either Rochester or Kentucky. Find out who gets it next. Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 37-28. Mavericks with the lead over the RazorSharks. RazorSharks trying to put another banner up here at the Blue Cross Arena, Kentucky, trying to take care of business. They were literally seconds away from doing it on Sunday night. They're looking to finish the job tonight.
And Rochester really, they haven't gotten into a good groove yet offensively.
Biggs with a big three.
Hopefully that'll get them going.
Cuts the lead down to 6 for Kentucky. Wilford to Crane, top of the key.
And Kentucky's had a lot of success getting at the basket. And when they've settled for jump shots, it's been difficult.
Jackson had a stolen away, then back to him. Wilford for 3. That's in and out, no good. Coker rebound. Biggs again.
I think when Jackson got the ball, he thought there was going to be a reset, and there was never really a change of possession to reset the clock.
Biggs feeling it. That's no good. Coker put back. That's no good. Knocked away. Foul by Christian. So that'll put Dele Coker at the line.
Dele working hard in there. You just got to keep playing. I think he got caught up in things the other day and kind of let his emotions get the best of him. It's good to just see him come out and just playing hard tonight.
Well, Simpson wasn't there to sort of defend him in that moment. So Dele, I think, overthinking it, kind of let me pump fake. You don't need to. You're the biggest guy in the paint right now.
Yeah, just go out.
They got to foul you. So Devon's back in, Waddle's back in, and Mazzola back in for Kentucky.
I don't know if I would take Waddle out unless he asked to come out the way he's been playing so far.
You got 8 minutes left to go here in this first half, and the lead cut down to 4. Zola met by Helton. Waddle fouled by Biggs. He's not fighting it.
Yeah, just a little too aggressive there.
So with 7:47 left to go here in the second quarter, and back into the game, Josh Johnson started off the game very well.
Yeah, him and Waddle really got after it in that first quarter and got Kentucky off to that good start.
Devon working against Coker. Body, turnaround, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Coker, out of bounds. It will be Kentucky basketball.
Yeah, I think Dele thought it landed on Devon while he was out of bounds, which would have made it Rochester ball. But the officials don't agree.
Zola to inbounds, gets it to Devon and over to Jackson. Swings it over for Zola. That was set up perfect for him. Fumbled away, but he gets it back. Baseline over Johnson. Jackson thought about it. Helton on him. Step back three. No good. Rebound tipped away and picked up by Coker. That nearly landed on one of the kids in the front row. Jackson did. He's okay, and the kid didn't lose his pizza.
Yeah, so, that's the most important thing. He didn't lose the pizza.
He didn't get hurt, and still eating his pizza. So there you go.
But I know I like Dele looking up the floor, but sometimes just give it to the guard that's closest to you. Sometimes.
A little over 7 minutes left to go here, first half. Jackson, Mazzola, down low, Waddle. Holmes sticking with him, fade away. Can't get it to go. Coker rebound. Here comes Rochester.
Good defense by Holmes. That's one of the few times Waddle hasn't been able to get to the basket. He was forced to kind of shoot a little fall away jump shot there.
Euro step again, can't finish there. There's Council. Jackson to Mazzola. Off the bank, can't get it, but Devon does.
Good hustle by Devon, running the floor, following that miss.
Ooh, very close to backcourt. That was
well, not only the backcourt, but
tippy
almost
toe.
A travel too.
Yeah, tippy toe there. Biggs, Jackson fighting for it. Biggs able to keep control. 7 on the shot clock. Waddle's out there. Biggs, Jackson. Wow, great move and a finish by Sidney Holmes.
A bad possession turned awfully good at the end for Rochester there. Devereux was almost trying to do a little bit too much, but then made the right play at the end of the shot clock.
Zola behind the back to Waddle, working against Holmes. Holmes, Waddle, Waddle, Holmes, Waddle. Finishes.
And he wanted a foul.
Don't they all?
Yeah.
every time a big gets those big points, they're kind of like, and he hit me.
Yeah.
Holmes out the Biggs. Extra pass. 3. Helton. Good. James Helton from that corner.
It's one of those games where Rochester is just hanging around, not playing their best basketball, and they're only down 3.
Kentucky working it. Devon has it knocked away. Stolen. Picked up. Biggs with it. For 3. To tie. Front rim, no good.
It's a good shot. They forgot him and left him wide open.
Jackson dribbles. Johnson for 3. That's no good, front rim. Council chases it down. Going right at Johnson. Out to Helton for 3. That's no good. Tipped away. Rochester gets another offensive rebound. Helton, jumper. Bank. 1-point lead for Kentucky, 41-40. Timeout, Mavericks.
It's those extra possessions that you want, getting offensive rebounds, creating turnovers, limit their opportunities to score, increase your opportunities to score. It's keeping Rochester in this game.
Oh, I tell you, these guys are running up and down the court. You can see here, Biggs controlling the basketball. Jackson falls, extra pass in between two. Holmes finishes. 1-point lead for Kentucky. 4.5 left to go here in the first half. Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, Kentucky had a double-figure lead, but it's been dwindled down to a 1-point lead, 41-40, here with 4:32 left to go here in the first half of this Premier Basketball League decisive championship game.
Rochester's just doing it with hustle plays, getting the offensive rebound, creating extra possessions, getting some turnovers, just doing all the little things right now to get points and stay in this game because their offense really hasn't started clicking yet.
Stolen away. Rochester off to the races. Council weaving through. Can't get it. Put back is no good. Biggs finds it. Saves it. Over to Riley.
Oh.
Chichester had an easy one and couldn't finish it.
And Biggs, led the league in steals, and you saw why there that last possession. He gets his hands on so many passes.
With Biggs, the play is never over. It's never over because he will find a way to get to that ball. Council for three, and it's good. Melvin Council and the RazorSharks now take the lead, 43-41.
The shot clock was winding down, and Melvin recognized it, was able to get the shot up and knock it down.
Waddle, pull-up jumper, that's no good. Biggs taking the game over, taking charge here. Wait, Chichester, jumper, that's no good.
Not the shot you want.
Jackson back up court for the Mavericks. Crawford, Jackson, trying to work it to get down low for Waddle. Finally gets it to him. Chichester on him, working, oh, that's a foul. Yeah. Chichester got hit in the back of the head as Waddle was making his move with the elbow.
Well, watching them the other day, they went through a lot of high-low stuff, and they haven't done much of that tonight.
Elbow?
They've been doing more of the isolation and kind of letting Waddle or Devon or Simpson go. Be interesting to see if they're going to go to more of that high-low stuff that was effective the other night.
Council, very good first half. Jackson sticking with him. Out to Chichester, jumper, that's no good. Rebounded by Crawford. 2-point lead for the RazorSharks. 2:40 left to go, first half. Crawford off the dribble. Floater, gets it to go, ties the game up.
Well, again, their best offense has been trying to get to the rim. And when they've settled for jump shots, Rochester's been able to take advantage of that.
Crouch gets it over to Allman, Down low, Rayleigh now. Waddle got him, and the shot does not fall. So they draw the foul on Waddle, which is what they want to do. Puts Rayleigh at the line, and it would have been just a little icing on top of the cake if that shot had gone down.
Well, if you're Waddle, I mean, you're giving up 4 inches. Just stay down. What, you know, why are you leaving your feet? I mean, that was a favor to Rochester. Oh,
2:17 left to go here in the first half. Game is tied at 43. In a decisive championship game, how could you have expected anything else?
Can't ask for much more.
2:17 left. We'll figure out how the rest of this first half will go next here in the Blue Cross Arena championship game.
All right, fans, time to get up and shake your fin. It's the world-famous RazorShark dance cam.
Look out! Pop, pop, it's showtime. Showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Oh, they don't know. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Showed up. I'm wearing Cuban links. Designer mix. Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out.
Welcome back to Blue Cross Arena tie ball game 43 with 2:17 left to go here in the first half. Tariq Spence, John Boone with you here today. And as we were saying going into break, would you expect anything less? I mean,
No.
This is one of those type of situations where, you know, these two teams are very evenly matched. The series has been very closely matched. Both have beat each other up, literally, and this is the last one.
Yeah, well, you had a 3-point game in Kentucky. You had a 2-point overtime game here on Sunday. So, you know, being tied with 2 minutes left in the first half is kind of what you expect.
Well, you know, it's the craziest part of that coming into the arena. Crawford double team. Hagan. Lazola against Crouch. Turnaround jumper is good.
That's
So
a tough
Ben
shot.
Vizzola has, with his opportunities, made the most of them.
Yeah, he didn't shoot it well on Sunday, but he's shooting it well here so far tonight.
Council to Crouch. 1:45 left to go here in the first half. Really, Crouch, extra pass. Council has been feeling it. With Simpson out to meet him. Knocked away. Rayleigh in the paint. Can't get it to go. Can't get it off. It looked like there was a violation, but Kentucky still came away with it.
Yeah, everybody kind of stopped thinking that there was a violation, and there wasn't, because the ball did hit the rim.
Sanders with it. Simpson goes out to get it. Chichester on him defensively. Working it. Hook shot, no good, but a foul. So that'll put Stan Simpson at the line with 1 minute, 9 seconds left to go first half.
Well, it doesn't really matter who they throw in the post, whether it's Simpson, Devon, Waddle. They all have a way to get to the basket, and they either score or they've been drawing fouls.
The first game between these two, Kentucky won by 3 in Kentucky. Second game, Rochester won by 2 in overtime. Third game, I was talking to a staffer today. I was like, what do you expect tonight? I'm like, if the trend continues, it's a 1-point victory in double overtime.
well, they would definitely get their money's worth if you get double overtime in a 1-point game.
Well, I tell you, it'll be a series you won't forget.
It'd have to be a half-court shot, too, because we had the game-winning shot last time. So, you know.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Jerice Crouch and Corey Ullman working together with a slight press. and they broke it. Kentucky's now back. Less than a minute to play here, first quarter. 47-44, trying to get it down low. Simpson knocks it away, steals it. Mazzola with it. Hagan will get it across midcourt.
Yeah, tough pass there from Melvin to try to get that through.
3-point lead for Kentucky. Down low, Simpson. Working. Can't get it to go. Chichester with the rebound and loses it out of bounds. Or was it knocked out of bounds? It must have been knocked out of bounds because it's Rochester basketball.
It was good defense by Jordan, staying down and making Simpson, put up a tough shot.
About a 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Allman thought about a three. Now we'll take the three and we'll get called and fouled by Crawford.
Great shot fake on the first attempt, and was able to elude Crawford, and all he could do was come back and whack him.
So Robert Crawford is called for the foul. Corey Allman will go to the line and shoot 3 free throws, try to tie this game up.
I don't think Crawford really liked the call.
We'll see if he has an argument here. It's one of the great things.
Shot fake.
Oh boy.
He kind of got him on the elbow. I mean, Corey's not going to shoot it that bad, is he?
He got
you thought he got some ball.
I think he got ball, yeah.
I thought he got some of the elbow, too.
Forgetting the fact that Corey was taking a three, they were racing down to try to get position. He's got one more to come to tie this up at 47. 19 seconds left to play here in the first half. And the game's tied.
I thought you were going to say you'd made 19 in a row. I thought you were going to go with my line.
I stopped counting after 19.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't missed, so. And Kentucky will take a timeout with 9 seconds left to play, and the game tied at 47.
Well, they're either going to try to run Mazzola off some screens and try to get him a little look on maybe like a little, depending on how Rochester plays it, to try to get him a jump shot. If he's covered, maybe try to dump it inside for a quick hit inside is what I would expect coming out of the timeout. I would suspect that Mazzola is going to be involved somehow in this play, especially with the hot hand he's had here in the first half.
We shall see. With the last time Kentucky had a possession was the end of regulation with a chance to win it.
Yeah, that didn't go so well.
No, so I don't know what Coach Tucker's drawing up, but hopefully they can iron that stuff out before we get to another crucial point in this game. And believe you me, I can pretty much rest assured there's going to be another crucial point in this game.
Well, yeah, I don't see either team putting a whole lot of distance between the other one the way this has been going so far.
Game tied at 47. 6 seconds left to go here in the first half. Hagan for three. That's no good. Knocked away and out of bounds. The time expires. And we go into halftime with both teams tied at 47. We'll be back to break down first half stats and analysis. At the half, Rochester 47, Kentucky 47 for the championship of the Premier Basketball League. Back at live at the Blue Cross Arena, getting ready to start the second half of a tie ball game, 47-47, Rochester and Kentucky here at the Blue Cross Arena. Tariq Spence, Sean Boone with you here today. As you can see, Coach, what alarms you the most here out of those stats?
Well, if you're Kentucky, the fact that you're getting out-rebounded by 10 and Rochester has 10 offensive rebounds. They've been able to get a lot of extra possessions and, turn those into points or at least get into the free throw line. As you've seen, they've got 8 more points from the line than Kentucky has, and a lot of it's been because of getting the offensive rebounds.
So as we get ready to start the third quarter, the play has been pretty intense throughout. Leading all scorers is Nick Waddle with 12 points, but right behind him, Melvin Council with 11 and Jerice Crouch with 10 for Rochester.
And Corey Allman, the star the other night with 41. They've really keyed on him. Every time he gets the ball, people are running at him hard, and he's only been able to get 5 points, all of them coming from the free throw line.
There's no turning back now. Second half has just started. And Johnson off the dribble, Council all over him. Hagan has to reset the offense again. Brings it over Simpson, 3 on the shot clock. Jumper, front rim no good, gets his own rebound. Slices through, and they're going to say foul, and I believe it's going to be on Corey Allman.
Yeah, they got a blocking foul there. Again, good defense all the way to the end. Jordan doesn't box out, and Simpson's able to get it and go to the basket and draw the foul. It's those little things here in a championship game that are really big. You got to, especially as we get a close game like this, you got to box out. You got to not give teams extra opportunities to score. And Rochester took advantage of that in the first half. You don't want to let Kentucky do it here in the second half.
Simpson first free throw is good. And second one hits every part of that rim and goes down.
And again, back to the pressure. And tonight they've been trapping more as the ball comes across half court. See if they stay with that.
Crouch out to Allman, down low McGill, reverse layup knocked away, picked up by Crawford.
Simpson's coming up a little lame there after blocking that shot.
Hagan trying to get it down low to Waddle. Simpson trying to do the same thing, out to Crawford. 10 on the shot clock. Johnson thought about it. Simpson out to Hagan, back to Simpson. Jumper, no good, in and out.
Well, McGill push you here. They got 3 guys around McGill. Could have numbers.
Council off the dribble, layup.
Yeah, good job by Melvin, because all 3 bigs surrounded the basketball after McGill got the rebound, and Melvin recognized that and was able to go all the way to the basket.
49-49 as Crawford comes through with a slam.
Nice curl cut there. Hagan did a nice job of finding him, and he finished with authority.
Ooh. As Jerice is, I believe, fouled, but Hagan hit the deck hard too.
Yeah, Hagan trying to get in his way, kind of lost his balance, and it was one of those oops fouls.
And you can see here, Hagan just trying to put some pressure on Crouch.
Right, and he just starts to fall over. And unfortunately, Jerice was going in the same place, so they both go down.
Back to live action here with Kentucky up by 2. Allman to Crouch, swings it around McGill.
And Kentucky in a little zone here again, something they went to late in the second quarter.
As Rashad McGill gets the pass and is able to finish.
What you want to do against the zone? Cut against the zone, and McGill did a nice job, and no one picked them up.
Hagan to Devon, jumper, no good, back of the iron, off to the races. Council, Crawford on him, trying to set up the offense.
Boy, they're running back and finding Corey. They are not going to let him get an open look tonight.
Crouch for 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Crawford. Hagan gets it across midcourt. Game tied at 51. Goes right in, and Devon.
Nice pass.
I tell you, the guards do a very good job of keeping their head up. Either they're going to go for a layup or they're going to find a big.
Well, they've done a good job tonight offensively when they get to the baskets. When they're settling for jump shots, that they've really allowed Rochester to get back in it.
Crouch driving towards the hole. McGill reverse layup. Can't get it over the rim. Crawford with the rebound.
Nice block by Crawford. I thought he had a layup there. Crawford came out of nowhere and blocked it.
Crawford, jumper. High arcing, no good. Foul. And Crouch hits the deck. Waddle says he's flopping.
It's another one of those, the big guy against the little guy. The little guy gets the worst of it, and the officials buy into it sometimes. But, I mean, he did have his arm extended.
It's, I guess, a case of the big guy won the battle, but the little guy won the call.
Yeah.
So,
hey, he extended that arm a little bit.
I don't know what this discussion is.
Well, there was earlier in the game they had some discrepancy on fouls on Waddle, and I think they're still trying to figure it out. It seems like. I mean, we have him for 2 fouls, so that should have been his 3rd. But I think Rochester thought it was his 4th. The bench did.
They've been able to straighten it out. Back to live play. You'll have to tell me whether it's 4 or 5. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no clue. There's a lot of discussion. Oh, and a foul as Rayleigh throws it down.
Well, Crawford drops, but he drops behind Jordan instead of dropping in front of him to take the pass away.
You can see here Council right around Simpson. Crawford's in the wrong place.
Yeah, he gets caught behind. He's got to try to get in front of Jordan there to prevent the pass.
Game still tied at 53. Rayleigh misses the free throw. Kentucky. And foul called on Rayleigh.
Rochester trying to give Kentucky a little bit of their own medicine. They're trapping at the half court, something they haven't shown in the first half. Unfortunately, Rayleigh fouls in the corner.
It's a very uncomfortable tie game. It's just one of those weird type of, RazorSharks score, Kentucky score.
Well, a championship game, everything feels uncomfortable. No lead feels safe.
Hagan, 3, that's no good. Tip, Crawford to Waddle. Team trust makes it work.
Well, and again, the things you don't want to do, turn the ball over, give up offensive rebounds, and they did both right there.
How long does it take to get that much team chemistry to be able to know on a touch pass that your guy, I don't need to score here, he's going to score? Rochester RazorSharks trailing by 4, 57-53, with 8:12 left to go here in the 3rd, here in the championship game of the Premier Basketball League.
At affordable prices. Call 730-8730 or check them out on the web link on the RazorSharks homepage. And the RazorSharks would like to thank the Stock Exchange for providing meals to our players during training camp over the past 5 seasons. Regain Physical Therapy in Pittsburgh is the official physical therapy clinic of your RazorSharks. Get back in the game with Regain. And increase your home equity today with Burgess Remodeling and Building. Fully insured and doing business since 1986. For all your interior and exterior remodeling needs, visit Burgess Remodeling and Building.com.
I see your dirty face, hide behind your collar, but it's done in vain. Truth is hard to swallow, so you pray to God to justify the way you live a lie, live a lie, live a lie. And you take your time, and you do.
Back at live at the Blue Cross Arena, 57-53, Rochester trailing the Mavericks, the Kentucky Mavericks.
Yeah, a couple bad possessions there offensively for Rochester led to turnovers, offensive rebounds for Kentucky to get this lead.
Ball knocked away, picked up Simpson. Hagan off to the races, giving it up to Johnson. Foul, McGill.
Okay, he had no choice there. And again, another turnover. Turnovers kill you. You don't get a chance to score, and you give them an extra chance to score. And so far, these last couple of possessions, Kentucky's taken full advantage of it.
So Johnson at the free throw line. Misses the first one. See here on the replay, it was going to be either Corey Ullman or Rashad McGill. One of the two weren't going to let that.
No, in this kind of game, you're not going to give up layups.
Johnson's second free throw good, 1 of 2 from the line. Extends the lead out to 5.
And again, the pressure, not necessarily looking to trap there that time, just to try to slow him down and make him use some clock.
3 by Council's been feeling it. Melvin Council.
He's their leading scorer so far. That's his 14th point of the game.